Hello channel subscribers and those who are subscribing today. Today I'm going to tell you some interesting facts about how work from home is affecting organizations and how it affects our psychology without us realizing. The science is simple but complex, so don't forget to see the complete video till the end to understand how work from home is harming our organizations and us without our realizing it. You must have seen march pasts by armies from around the world. Have you ever thought why? Why do armies spend so much time training, walking around doing march pasts in a way which is actually quite unnatural? The answer lies in a part of science which is only just being understood. Many group activities boost our sense of belonging, but science shows that doing something synchronously can even build greater social ties and create a sense of well-being. Crew rowing, line dancing, or even simply tapping your fingers in sync increases generosity, trust, and tolerance towards others, often beyond effects seen in more disorderly things. It can even increase our threshold of pain. The phenomena's powerful effects on us result from a combination of neuropheromonal, cognitive, and perceptual factors. People are not unique in their capability to synchronize actions. Certain animals do it as well. Bottlenose dolphins arc through the air in unison, and certain species of fireflies harmonize their flashes. What sets us apart is that our synchrony occurs over a wide variety of behaviors. Some are organized, think like group praying, carol singing, military parades, and flash mobs. Some are spontaneous. Think of concert goers clapping their hands in unison, or a couple strolling in the park where their feet hit the ground at exactly the same time. If two people sit in rocking chairs beside one another, studies have shown that they impulsively start moving back and forth in unison. Psychological experiments have shown that group activities improve group feelings. Walking in sync with somebody from, say, an ethnic minority can reduce prejudice. It's interesting to know how humans evolved to this without realizing the science. Put people in pairs, small groups, or organizations, and they start pairing up. Think of a football coach getting his team psyched up before a big match. In the course of the pre-game pep talk, a coach is not just giving advice. He's getting his heart rate and cortisol pumped up. Bring the players along with them. Research done in Greek villages, especially in the area of firewalking, have shown that the deeper the bond you share with someone, the more your psychological arousal mirrors theirs.
I feel like a part of community, like a part of some bigger, and I am not one man when I come to an scenario. I am with another my brothers and scenario too, and I feel like in brotherhood.
The difference in arousal levels between the coach and the players is something to do with collective hyping. A more mild-mannered coach would at a psychological level be less arousing. An interesting and probably dangerous example of moving in sync is probably what happened at the London Bridge. Before the bridge across the Thames opened, designers hailed it as a pure expression of engineering structure. They compared its sleek look to a blade of light. Engineers called it an absolute statement of our capabilities of the 21st century. But what happened on the opening day was different. The Millennium Bridge, a 320 feet long bridge from Bankside to the financial district, opened on June 10, 2000. Thousands of pedestrians streamed over it. At first it was still, but then it began to sway, just slightly. Then from one moment to the next, the wobble intensified. And suddenly from one moment to the next, people were actually walking like ice skaters, putting their legs to the left and right and left, right and left. The synchrony was absolutely unintentional. But it was those unchoreographed footfalls which ended up turning a $32 million engineering marvel into a design failure. The bridge was closed almost immediately. So engineers fixed the Millennium Bridge's swaying issues by retrofitting the structure with 37 energy dissipating dampeners to control the horizontal and another 52 inertial dampeners to control the vertical movement. So the military has known for years that marching in step on a bridge can create enough vertical movement to actually destroy the bridge. So armies are always told to break step when they cross bridges. So how can you use this? If you're in an organization or in a company and want to increase coordination and cooperation between people, try to increase the number of synchronous activities that they do, or try to create games or activities which involve synchronous motion. This could be like group exercises, drum beating, or dance, basically in which all of them come together, people come together and do activities in synchrony. The greater number of people who do the activity together, the more effective it is likely to be. So if you can get your whole office to do it together, and there are a lot of people, then it's going to be even more effective. On the other hand, if you're, for instance, in police or law enforcement and want to, say, control a mob, the suggested ideas is that you actually break their synchronous movement. So whatever they may be doing synchronously, they may be slogan chanting, they may be walking in step, they may have a physical action. Break that and you will likely break the mob. If you're on a date and you want to create positive feelings with that special someone, try to match your movements with theirs, like walk in step with them, or even if you can, just observe carefully, and if you can breathe together. If you can breathe at this, at the same time, if you really focus well. And this brings us to why work from home actually destroys organizations and is detrimental to even individuals. Working from home destroys the synchronity that you see in the office, whether it be working together, working towards doing a task together, pressing keys on a keyboard together. It breaks that synchronity. This means that people are less in tune with each other, and that makes them less empathetic. Imagine if the army had soldiers who were actually working from home, and they just came to the office, or they came to the border when there was a war to fight. They would never develop the connection and the brotherhood that army men and the defense men feel for each other, even to the extent of willing to die for a man who they probably have just met a couple of months ago. It is as a result of synchronity in wearing a common uniform, eating together, sleeping together, being in the common bunker, having common plates, having commonalities which they can actually see, hear and feel. That's what results in efficiency, brotherhood, and an aim to aspire to solve a common goal. Precisely what organizations do. So if your organization is having a common policy of work from home, expect a defeat in profit, business or people. For those who are watching this, do comment below on what you think. How has work from home affected you mentally, psychologically, and how do you think is the efficiency or the growth in the company, not just in the short term, but also in the long term? That's it for this week. Don't forget to subscribe to hear another interesting facet next week. I'm Karnveer from Atharva Marcom, wishing you a lovely week ahead. Bye-bye.